Welcome to the second episode of Shiglet Shorts. This is a mini-series designed to deliver quick yet impactful episodes discussing self-protection. Whether you are a seasoned martial artist, a concealed carry permit holder, or simply someone wanting to feel more secure in their daily life, Shielded Shorts is for you. This episode is sponsored by Big Tex Ordnance, your soon-to-be favorite retailer for all of your firearms needs. BTO believes in only selling high-quality gear for responsibly armed citizens, as well as providing pre- and post-sale support. BTO values firearms training and supports firearms instructors nationwide. They even pay for their staff to train with high-level instructors to ensure that when you as the consumer reach out, you are taken care of. On today's episode, I will discuss the hard truths of concealed carry. Today, we will delve into a topic that demands an unwavering focus on knowledge, preparation, and skill. Concealed carry is a personal choice, an individual decision to embrace the weight of self-defense, but it's far from the one-dimensional image often portrayed online. With flashy images of sleek firearms and perfectly tailored holsters flooding our screens, it's easy to lose sight of the essential aspects that concealed carry entails. In this episode, we shed light on the fact that concealed carry cannot be distilled into a single, picture-perfect moment. It is a multifaceted journey that requires a deep understanding of diverse areas. From the subtleties of situational awareness to the art of verbal de-escalation, concealed carry demands a comprehensive education to navigate the complex world of personal safety responsibly. Social media has a way of polishing the rough edges and focusing on the visually enticing. We see picturesque scenes of concealed carry enthusiasts looking their best while carrying their trusted companions. But what lies beneath these aesthetically pleasing portrayals? Concealed carry is not just about drawing a firearm with grace. It's about mastering the art of close-quarter combative training, where split-second decisions can be the difference between life and death. The concealed carrier must be equipped to respond effectively when personal space is threatened and danger looms within arm's reach. Moreover, we shine a light on the shadows cast by the legal side of concealed carry. The laws governing concealed carry are a labyrinth of complexities that vary from one state to another. Understanding these intricate legal frameworks is vital to ensure that responsible gun owners navigate this domain safely and responsibly. Join me as we unravel the truth behind concealed carry, beyond the filters and staged images, revealing the importance of education and training in this realm of self-reliance and self-defense. Let's journey together to uncover the hidden facets, the concealed carry truths that every responsible gun owner should know. Are you ready to step into the shadows? Let's begin the captivating exploration of the hard truth of concealed carry. Are you searching for a brand you can trust when it comes to shooting and gun care products? Look no further than Birchwood Casey. Since 1948, serious shooters, avid collectors, and professional gunsmiths have relied on Birchwood Casey. They've been in the game for over 70 years, providing us with products that have stood the test of time. From their legendary True Oil gunstock finish to the dependable Perma Blue, Birchwood Casey's commitment to quality is unmatched. Birchwood Casey has also revolutionized the way we train and improve our shooting skills with their innovative Shoot NC targets. These targets let you see your shots instantly, making it easier than ever to track your progress and become a better marksman. Head over to birchwoodcasey.com today and discover the products that have earned the trust of shooters worldwide. Use code SHESHIELD to save and to support the podcast. That's SHESHIELD at checkout. As a disclaimer, I'm not an expert on this matter. I'm simply sharing what I've learned on my journey to be a more prepared citizen, and I'm here to share that story with you all on my podcast. Thank you so much for listening today. Up until about 2 years ago, my understanding of concealed carry was derived from my enhanced concealed carry licensure course and social media. It was as simple as finding the right holster, making sure I wasn't printing, and a little bit of first aid, concealed carry insurance, and pretty much whatever I'd seen on my For You page at the time. I was rudely awakened at my first handgun combatives course by Craig Douglas. This is his extreme close quarter combatives course with ShivWorks. Since then, I have greatly improved my gun handling skills, marksmanship, and movement while shooting with competition shooting training. Still, I have yet to scrape the surface of civilian firearms training for concealed carry. In this episode, I will break down what I have learned over my years of training to be a more responsibly armed citizen. Firstly, defense does not begin with the fight. It begins with the recognition of your environment. Craig Douglas talks about this in his ECQC course. He describes gestures and sketchy movements from others in the environment as pre-assault cues. These cues may indicate that someone has negative intentions for you in the moments before an attack. This can be anything from someone checking their phone and then you multiple times, then gesturing to a walking buddy, walking towards you, someone following you, and maybe even something as simple as someone being in a place where it doesn't really make sense that they're there. For example, maybe you're walking from the gym to your car and you see that someone is following you in regular clothing, not gym clothing. When you look back, he or she checks his or her phone and looks elsewhere, and honestly, you just feel uneasy. Craig Douglas teaches something called mucking, managing unknown contacts. This aspect matters when it comes to the verbalization and movement that will be required of you in order to prevent and/or prepare for an attack. This includes moving in a circular manner so that you can see your environment and prevent being backed into a corner. Meanwhile, you are verbally commanding the potential attacker to move away from you. Like any self-defense situation, this must be put into practice with training partners. This way, you can simulate various attack cues, timing, and practice using your voice. This is a lot harder than you would think. Situational awareness and verbal de-escalation are incredibly important details that are often left out in martial arts and self-defense training. Confrontations can often be diffused through effective communication. They reduce the need to resort to physical or lethal force. Next, let's talk about non-lethal deterrence. Pepper sprays, such as the spray made by POM Industries, can be invaluable tools for concealed carriers. It offers an alternative to using one's concealed carry weapon in certain situations. For example, if you're on your nightly walk and your neighbor's dog breaks loose from his chains and begins to run towards you violently, you could use your pepper spray to deter the dog from your path. This and every response discussed in this episode, of course, is entirely situationally dependent. Carrying a pistol inside the waistband is a wonderful tool for personal safety. Unfortunately, you are more likely than not to be attacked in a complicated position that is in close quarters. This could be because someone has ambushed you or because they closed their distance to you a lot sooner than expected, and that is why situational cues are so important. Nowadays, there are incredible resources such as Craig Douglas, John Valentine, Ruben Alvarez, and more that are teaching civilian firearms training for close quarter situations. While it is incredibly important to practice the draw from inside the waistband, practical concealed carry training involves so much more. This 0 to 5 foot range of danger is incredibly important to learn about and train diligently if you carry a firearm. Weapons-based entanglement, such as grappling with someone who is trying to gain access to your firearm, is an incredibly important skill to learn as a concealed carrier as well. Luckily, once you attend a course from any of the instructors I mentioned above, you can utilize these skills at home to continue practicing. For example, I use a Century Bob punching bag to practice my draws to the thumb pectoral index position, as well as verbalization and movement. That's right, I even talk to the punching bag. We must train as we intend to defend ourselves, to consider the complexity of what a proper response to a life-threatening situation may be. For example, I wouldn't just pull my concealed carry weapon at the first sight of danger. I may want to practice verbal de-escalation and the use of non-lethals. I can't do that if I don't practice thinking through the force continuum beforehand. Marksmanship is crucial for any concealed carrier. While it may not be used for a 0 to 5 foot range attack because we can use other things like our proprioceptive indexes, it is important for shots at a greater distance or as we gain distance moving away from our attacker or attackers. Next, if you carry a firearm, you must carry first aid. Currently, my first aid setup is quick clot gauze, chest seal, a tourniquet, and other things like band-aids and my asthma inhaler. Your first aid kit may look a little different for you depending on what you and your family needs. Quick clot, chest seal, and a tourniquet are ideal for those who plan on carrying a pistol. Note, these tools are only useful if you know how to use them. Seek training like Stop the Bleed or those from Dark Angel Medical to further your knowledge on first aid. Lastly, one must understand the complex legal aspects of concealed carry. I personally carry concealed carry insurance in order to protect myself in the case where I feel it is necessary to defend myself. The next episode on SheShield will largely cover this topic with Chet Palumbo, a criminal defense attorney who casts thought-provoking insight on this topic. Hand-to-hand combative courses are a must in the case that you do not have the distance to pull your concealed carry weapon and/or you do not have access to your firearm. We will discuss the importance of practices like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Krav Maga, and Muay Thai in future episodes. If this is something you would like to hear more about now, just scroll through previous SheShield episodes as there are several episodes on this topic with incredible guest speakers. Thank you for listening to this Shielded Shorts episode. If you have an episode topic you'd like to hear about, please email sheshieldpod@gmail.com or DM the She Shield Instagram at sheshieldpod. You can support the podcast by downloading, subscribing, and leaving a review on the platform that you are currently listening on. For me, that's usually Spotify. I just scroll up and click those 5 stars. You can also join the Patreon for podcast stickers, early access, discounts, opportunities for exclusive content, and more. If you or anyone you know is a firearms owner experiencing a crisis, look into holdmyguns.org. They are an organization that will connect you with a local gun shop or FFL to store your firearm for you. The link to access their website and to find a storage location or partner is available in the show notes. As always, with any topic discussed in these episodes, I encourage you to do your own research and review in addition to this episode. Resources with additional information to that discussed in this episode will be found in the show notes, which are the notes below the title. Stay safe and stay vigilant. Bye! Attention all knife enthusiasts. Today's episode is sponsored by the one and only Cold Steel Knives. For over 3 decades, Cold Steel has been leading the way in the knife industry, dedicated to creating the world's strongest and sharpest blades. They've pioneered countless innovations that have become industry hallmarks of quality and sophistication, from their revolutionary checked Kraton handles to the iconic Tonto point blade systems. Cold Steel's progressive accomplishments have set new standards in the field. Their trademark triad locking mechanism remains unrivaled by any of their competitors, proving its unbeatable performance time and time again. Their impressive lineup goes beyond just knives. They offer swords, tomahawks, machetes, cutlery, and a wide range of tools for everyday carry. Trusted by military, law enforcement, emergency services, self-defense professionals, and martial arts practitioners, Cold Steel is renowned for quality, strength, reliability, and dependability. Where strength, safety, and performance come together for over 3 decades and counting, use code SHESHIELD at checkout, that's SHESHIELD, to save and to support the pod.